Ladies and gentlemen, a little bit into the season now. Gonna try out some more buffed Mon, and it's gonna be Typhlosion here. So Typhlosion got a buff of... Ooh, this is not on there, right? All right. Typhlosion got Thunder Punch buffed. So actually, I mean, the thing is Typhlosion already hits so hard, and I'm using specifically Shadow Typhlosion. So it getting that buff means that things like Mandibuzz, which is in the meta, Azumarill, really got to be scared. You already kind of were winning that for alligator matchup in the one-on-one, as long as there's no energy differences and no chances to catch and swap and all that. So really interesting here. It's giving it a buff to it facing a lot of the bulky Mon. It already can basically one-shot the Frailmon, but yeah, it's the Azumarills, the Mandibuzzes of the world that you're really giving yourself a shot at here. And Cresselia, I haven't used Cresselia in a little bit. It's still very much meta. I guess I haven't used it very much. It is going to be decent against the fighters of this meta, Annihilape and Primeape. The thing is, the Shadow versions of those Mon are very tough, specifically Shadow Primeape. Can get to the second move before you can ever get to your second move, which will end up being a KO. But you'll always end up getting a shield from it, which is pretty nice. But that matchup can be really tough. Let's go ahead and get into the battles. But first, if you haven't, definitely hit the subscribe button. Do I have it open? I don't. Oh, I do. God, I'm so prepped. All right. Pidgeot here in the lead. Actually, someone in the comments below was telling me that they were using Pidgeot to great effect in one of the last videos. The thing is, now it doesn't use Wing Attack because of the Wing Attack nerfs, but Gust is a move it got, I believe, on Community Day. So Gust is it's a hard-hitting move. It's kind of like Incinerate, but Incinerate generates a lot of energy. Gust is not the best energy generation move. You want to throw on odd timings since you have a 2-turn move versus a 4-turn move. Gust is a 4-turn move. I should say that. Probably some people don't know that, so gonna hopefully help you all out. And I don't care if it Brave Birds me at all. And if they go for the Feather Dance, it's really bad for them because I'm going to be able to get to another move here. This won't KO, but I might come in with an Incinerate down because their Gust is going to take 4 turns and a 5-turn move will still hit them before they can throw a move. They end up coming with Gastrodon, so pretty bad here for me, obviously. Yeah, they're going to farm me down, but I'm going to get a Blast Burn off. It is neutral. The Thunder Punch is also neutral because it is 2 times resisted by ground and super effective against water. I come in with Cresselia because I figure they're going to throw a move, so I want to just eat that move here on Cresselia. Give myself a chance on Diggersby, and even though this is not like the best matchup for Diggersby, if they're just going to be throwing Body Slams, I'm not too concerned about that. And they're in Fire Punch range, so I just decided to throw Fire Punch with a little bit of energy gain, and I do have 2 shields here for the end matchup. Now, it does end up being Wigglytuff, which is tough for us because, pun intended, or wordplay, I guess it's not a pun, wordplay intended, but we have the chance to reduce its attack stat, which would give us a pretty big advantage, and I thought it was a little odd that they threw this, even though it is Icy Wind reducing my damage, because I think they could have gone for like a complete farm down. And I really need that attack debuff at this point. And it looks like I need to hit another Scorching Sands, and I need that to KO. And this charm will kill me. So if this does not KO, I will lose this game. And it does end up KOing. So Diggersby is very bulky, so that's pretty good. Gastrodon lead into Dunsparce. I'm instantly swapping into the hard counter here of Diggersby. I forgot the name for like a second. It's because I said Dunsparce, and I was like, my Pokemon's also named Dunsparce. Wait, it's not. I always get the names wrong. Man, one day we'll get there. Anyways, yeah, we were able to take another move, but they decided not to throw, so I'm like, okay, I'll throw. This doesn't KO anyways, so I'll be able to farm this down, hopefully get an attack drop. I don't get that attack drop, but I can probably eat two drill runs at this point, so I'm fine just taking them and going for this full farm down with Quick Attack. Again, the move's there on the left side. I am using Moonblast. I mean, you've already seen it, but I'm using Moonblast Cresselia. I just think there's a lot of dark types, right? So they end up coming in with Gastrodon. I go for the neutral move. Scorching Sands. Also can reduce the attack, which makes it to where I can possibly get to another move. And I don't throw that Fire Punch because it is resisted, but I probably should have at least do a little bit of damage. They end up coming in with Clodsire. It depends, right? If they have Stone Edge or not. But I might just shield all the way through this matchup because I don't really need the shields against the Gastrodon, right? I'm going to be able to one-shot it with a Grass Knot. So yeah, I'll probably go for all the shields here. Will I bait? I don't think it's worth it to bait here, so I'm going to go for another Blast Burn. And I think if they shield this, I will go for a Thunder Punch because they will outpace me if I go for a Blast Burn. And I just want to do a little bit of damage even though it is double resisted. I end up not making it to the move anyways, but that's my thought process there. I can go for Grass Knot right away, and if they switch, they'll catch and die on Dunsparce. All I can say is Dunsparce at this point. Gastrodon. And then I can get to a Grass Knot onto the Clodsire. All right, here's what I was talking about in the non-Shadow matchup. This matchup's actually just perfectly fine. You live a Rage Fist. In fact, you live 2, which is why it doesn't matter that much. So you can get hit by 2, and I'm baiting the Grass Knot because at the end of the day, this damage will add up anyways. It seems like we're going to a big, a multi-shield scenario, so that's basically my thought process there. Now, it is going to be a little awkward if he is able to farm me down, although we hard resist this, but I decided to go into Typhlosion here and just start getting damage in. I'll use my shields now. They will get to 2 Rage Fists, so I'm gonna multi-shield. I'm gonna shield twice here, and just hopefully the energy on this Typhlosion. I now have 3 Incinerate of energy. Hopefully that comes in handy. They do end up having a Dunsparce, but it's gonna get KO'd by a Blast Burn and a Thunder Punch combo. The only question is, could I have gone double Thunder Punch? And I'm not sure. Maybe I could have because of the buff, and I would have at least had a little bit of extra energy coming into this final matchup. Ends up being Diggersby, so doesn't matter in the end. I'll be able to get to a Blast Burn and switch into my own. And a mirror matchup where they're at 30% and you're at 100% means you're probably going to win that match. Well, they're going to try to do something. I imagine they'll just leave after this. Scorching Sands, yeah. I end up trying to go for the Fire Punch. All right, Dugong versus Cresselia. This is definitely Cresselia favored. You get to throw before they do, which means you're going to get a move off before you're getting your attack stat reduced. Now they end up shielding, which puts me in a weird spot because now that they're reducing, it is going to take it's going to take 3 Grass Knots at the end of the day. Assuming this first one gets through, which is only 1 times reduced, and all the rest of them are going to be 2 times reduced, 3 times reduced. So I do think 2 more will KO even after all the reductions. And again, you outpace this, so I'm not too scared of any of this damage. But I decide I can come in with Typhlosion, and they end up catching here on Carbink. Carbink's horrific for me. Diggersby is good against it, though, and probably going to be good against whatever's in the back. I figure they're going to go for a farm down, so I'm just going to go for the big Blast Burn here. And they actually end up shielding, which sucks. But the question is, do I think they're going to throw a Moonblast right away? Do I care about a Moonblast? And I decided to let the first one go through. They actually end up Rockside baiting. And then I'm like, okay, well, maybe they'll throw the Moonblast on the next one. I think this is actually CMP, which is weird for Diggersby to win CMP against something. But good to note for y'all. Hopefully, if you're using this team, you'll note that. They actually end up baiting again. Fun. Really fun times. This doesn't KO, so I actually still will be able to make it to a Grass Knot. The question is, how low do I want to be before I throw the Grass Knot? I end up throwing just right away, getting rid of this, and hoping that the back matchup is something like a Clodsire. Ends up being Gastrodon. This is a tad bit worse. I do go for the Scorching Sands right away because I do want a chance to reduce that attack stat if possible. And if I do reduce it, maybe I don't have to shield. But now it's like, man, this could be Earth Power, and Earth Power is the strongest move left in this game. I do end up shielding the correct move, and I do want to get rid of this as fast as possible, as to not take a Moonblast. And to be honest, I think I've already lost the energy count here on the Carbink. So coming back in the Gastrodon, I do believe it'll get KO'd by Scorching Sands. I really wait way too long here, but this is a body slams. So I guess it's fine. Knowing the energy counts means that I know I'm not going to get earth powered right there, so it was fine, I guess, to go over. All right, Dunsparce lead. Pretty okay for Cresselia. They end up coming in with Gliscor. And was it Wing Attack Gliscor? Either way, I'm going to throw a Moonblast into this. It is Wing Attack. That is weird. You see, I mean, it got buffed. It got a new move that got buffed. I'm sorry. It got a new move that is way better than it. So I'm going to go for the farm down here. I'm not even scared of something like an Earthquake. Diggersby is very bulky. I've said it a million times, and it's totally fine to just eat moves here. And again, they end up coming back in with Dunsparce, so we obviously have a huge advantage here. We're ground type, so we do resist the rollout, and I have just an insane amount of energy, and I'm going to be able to use it here and just basically poke this thing down. It does seem like, oh, their attack stats dropped, which means I probably end up living this drill run. It does seem that Typhlosion will be okay in the back at the very least, considering they have a ground type here in the front. And then I didn't know if I was going to make it, they have a chance to make it to a move rather, so I wasn't going to get farmed down or anything, but they end up switching into Drifblim, and I come into my Typhlosion a little late, but really bad timing here by the opponent, letting me get basically a full Incinerate through. You want to throw on 3 as the Drifblim, and as the Typhlosion you want to throw on 1, but I made a mistake in my mind thinking I could go for the farm down here, and then I was like, oh, I can't. Shoot, let me throw all this energy out and at least get all the shields. Yeah, that's a mistake on my end. Yeah. Now they have a lot of energy, and we have to be really scared, but we do have a swap to catch if we want it. And then I thought I was going to catch on the Dunsparce, and now it's like, I think I can live this move. And if I get to 2 Grass Knots, maybe I'll just throw back to back there. Or I'll just go for the farm down and hope for the best. They do win CMP, but I don't think I'm at 1 HP. If you don't know, a charge attack will still do 1 damage to the shielded Pokemon. So if I was at 1 HP, I would have died there, but I'm not at 1 HP. I was probably like at 3 or 4, to be honest. Maybe I was at 2. Oh, I wanted to showcase, this is going to be against Dunebug, if you saw the intro there. And he did stream this game, so at the end of the video, we are going to show that streamed game from his point of view. And I just want to note, I didn't lag or anything here at the beginning. I simply wasn't paying attention. I joined a game and was watching something as well. So I didn't notice that I went into this game, and I don't throw my move right away here, because I didn't know I was in that game. So I end up energy down here at the beginning because of my own failures. But yeah, distractions. All right, they end up throwing a move here. So this matchup's not the worst for them. I don't know if we'll showcase Student's team or not. Probably not. I've got a huge work schedule this week, so I probably won't showcase his team here, but you can catch him on his stream. He streams on Twitch. We've showcased it a ton of times in the descriptions below. Usually we show his Twitch channel. But yeah, we end up coming in with Diggersby here. They end up swapping into Jumpluff. Not the worst matchup in the world for us, but it's probably a better matchup for them. They do have access to Energy Ball, which is a harder hitting move and super effective against us. I don't go for CMP because I do lose CMP against Jumpluff. Again, Diggersby doesn't really win CMP against a lot of things, but at least we do know it wins against Carbink. Jumpluff is an XL Mon, so it is good to know that you do lose CMP here. I mean, it's just a good thing to know as far as is what I'm trying to tell you. It's not good that we lose this matchup because of it, but they end up switching back into Dunsparce, but we do get 2 Incinerates through here. We do have to shield because we will get KO'd. But we also have a lot of HP on our Cresselia. They end up having Starmie in the back. This is tough because they have just a tad bit of energy on Jumpluff, which means it's going to be very hard for me to KO it. I kind of want them to just throw energy into this Cresselia here, so this is pretty nice for me. The only thing to worry about is Typhlosion, especially the Shadow one, is very low HP. So I could get fast attack down here, maybe by the Psy Waves. It's a very good move. Starmie's a very high attack stat mon. They are out of shields. but we're getting really low, and they're going to come in with the jump left here, and I just have to commit to the farm down because I'm not going to make it to another Thunder Punch with the Starmie doing 1-turn moves against my Incinerate 5-turn moves. So he ends up winning this matchup. Great by him. Yeah, you will see the video on his point of view in the end of the video. They end up coming in with a Gliscor, which I then decide to do the exact same thing I did last time. I don't care about an Earthquake hitting me. Some of these aren't even running Earthquake because they're going for double coverage moves. And I'm just going to go for a massive farm down. This is definitely like a Night Slash or Aerial Ace. Okay, but I'm not scared of getting farmed down here. So I end up getting Infinite Energy again. I think it was a Dunsparce lead, right? So this kind of already happened in a previous... Oh, no, that's right. It was the Primeape lead. And I'm going to be able to get 2 moves off against this Primeape, so really good for me. You'd have to note what energy you have. I did not have 2 Scorching Sands, and if I tried to go 1 more, I would have gotten KO'd. So they end up coming in with a Steelix. So they have a 2-turn move here of Thunderfang, and we have a 5-turn move, so it's good to go 1. But I try to get the farm down here. Wait, I think I do farm this down, and then, yeah. And then the Primeape's at low HP anyways, so it would get incinerated down. Okay, great. Perfect. All right, Machamp lead. They end up switching into Feraligatr. Not a great switch for me. They could have thrown a move right there if they wanted to. I might switch into Diggersby here, just to eat some of this damage. But the thing is, I can eat one of them, right? So that's kind of the point, is 2 will KO, but 1 won't. So they've already shielded, so I can shield as well. I need to go maximum energy here, though, just in case they do decide to double shield. And I guess they left. Oh, no. I feel a sneeze coming. I'm going to pause. Okay, we're back. Sneeze done. They end up coming back in with Machamp. We do have access to Scorching Sands here. It's not going to be able to KO us. Counter... I mean, he'll eventually be able to counter us down, I guess. But I don't care about any of this energy hitting Cresselia. The worst thing it can be is Payback, but I don't think it'll KO, so I decided to just let it go. Would have let it go even if it does KO, because I can incinerate this down. Yeah. See what they end up having in the back. They do end up having a Clodsire, and I get to the move here, but maybe I should have just switched right away. If they do have Sludge Bomb, they're going to be able to basically bait the shield and get Typhlosion down. So it's tough because I have to shield this. Unless I'm going all in on Cresselia. Oh, they have Earthquake. I end up baiting here. This is risky. But usually they will shield. Oh, they're kind of low anyways, so I do go... Oh, this is where I go for the Thunder Punches, just to do damage, because I already know they have access to the move already. So I just want to do as much damage as I can, and they end up just kind of quitting, so... Golurk. Alright, this person watches Home Slice Henry, who has a ton of Golurk videos, and they end up switching into Drapion, and while Drapion does have a super effective move in Aqua Tail against us, we have a super effective move that does a lot more damage. Do they have Sludge Bomb? No, this is Aqua Tail. So they went for the defense debuff so that they could Aqua Tail harder? That's kind of greedy. Anyways, I get as much energy as I can. I know that 3 is safe for me, and if they shield, I'll shield. They'll never farm me down. So they end up coming back in with the Golurk. We get a lot of damage off here because Golurk is very attack weighted, so this is going to do a lot. You know. Oh, we get the attack drop, which is nice. It means Cresselia doesn't really have to worry about this first move coming through, and I definitely won't try to worry about it. I think it has access to Shadow Punch, Dynamic Punch. Yeah, so it is super effective, but it wouldn't have KO'd even if they didn't get the attack drop, so I don't care too much about this thing. They end up coming in with Morpeko, and I'm just going to 2-shield through this and fast attack down. This is a GG. Morpeko is very frail, and it's going to take a lot of damage from us. And he leaves. Alright, had to edit some stuff out there. Dunsparce here in the lead. Again, we're totally fine with this lead, and now I don't start off with bad timing, so Hopefully that leaves better matchup here for Cresselia, and we definitely are able to go for the Moonblast here. I think I'll end up going for Double Grass Knot after the first Moonblast. Moonblast is a stronger move, but it's going to take 3 moves to KO anyways. I might as well go for more energy, faster energy moves rather, and try to get this KO'd. Plus, it's just kind of really good timing for me to throw 1 and then Grass Knot here. So they should be in double Grass Knot range. They definitely are. Maybe it's the triple Grass Knot to go for Dunsparce. I'm not too sure. Not a matchup I play out too much. But you will win if you want to win, or they have to shield, and that's fine with me as well. Winning switch or getting shield advantage is kind of great for Cresselia here. The only thing is I will have to worry about Watermon possibly in the back. But I'll be able to farm this Dunsparce all the way down. Take a few drill runs in the process, but that's fine. I really like this avatar. It's like a sailor. That's pretty cool. Yeah, we get to fast attack it down. I have a lot of energy here. I still have 2 shields available for Typhlosion. It ends up being Mandibuzz, so I'm going to switch here after doing this damage. Typhlosion just going to be kind of the best answer for this. Ends up being a Clodsire here in the back. It's not going to want to take Blast Burn. Won't KO from here, but I'll be able to shield and farm down if it doesn't. Yeah. Almost does, though, but I have to shield. Typhlosion's kind of my win condition against Mandibuzz. Diggersby is not great against Mandibuzz, but it is bulky, so it can still do stuff. Against a 3-turn move as a 5-turn move, you want to throw on 1, because 2 3-turn moves is 6 turns, and 1 5-turn move is 5 turns, so you'll always get under their moves there. And then they want to throw on either 1 or 3, and then I'm like, do I live? Screw it. I'm going to throw my move on bad timing here because they could throw another Air Lace now that they baited me. And then I'm going to switch to Diggersby and just let the bulk flow through me. So, yeah, this should be a wand game. They would have to throw 2, possibly 3 Dark Pulses into Diggersby here. We'll see right here how much damage this actually does. Yeah, it would take 3 Dark Pulses to get through there. All right, Malamar, really good. Oh, I remember this game. I'm showcasing this because Niantic's awesome. You'll see soon enough what's happening here. This matchup's pretty Malamar favored. You do a ton of damage, though. But I was going to be able to get a lot of energy on possibly Typhlosion here, and so it's a decision on whether or not I want to shield, and I do decide to shield because I will be able to probably get another shield here. Maybe this is not the matchup I'm thinking of. I left a matchup in here to show y'all how awesome Niantic is. Oh no, this was it. Yeah, I just lag out of this match. Cool, very cool. If this happens to y'all, definitely let me know. All right, I think that's it for the video. I desperately try to stay in the matchup, and then that desperation doesn't pay off. You just, sometimes you're desperate and you don't get what you need.
Because of Night Slash.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not, 9 turns to the Night Slash?
Every time.
Yeah.
Vergy! Okay. What is Vergy running? Cress. I think we stay.
This is a rough one for the team.
I wonder
overall.
if Cress is protecting a Bibarel.
Yeah. That was weird. Did they not get 8 there? I'll assume they got 8, so they're at 9. Moonblast. So I can do 3. Yeah, I always remember this is not a bad matchup for Dunsparce. Okay, so 1 over. That means 4 away from Grass Knot. Okay. Let's see how this matchup plays now from, like, swapping. Because they're ahead by 1, I think. Six. 1 over Fire Punch. Okay, they don't want a CMP, it looks like. But I know Jumpluff wins CMP in this matchup. Because Diggersby's kind of like on the par with Azu with attack, I think. No, we're out of here. I probably should have went Starmie, but whatever. We get the shield.
Yeah, getting that shield is nice.
Yeah, this is actually not great.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Thunder Punch one-shot Starmie.
Oh, it does, absolutely. And the Crest has a... No, Crest does not have Grass Knot. They're still a few away, I think. Because they insta-swapped. Because now he gets first, which is huge. Because Typhlosion's 1 away still. Typhlosion is 1 away. I think I Psywave down. I throw the Surf, and then I get to a move against with Jumpluff, I think.
Yeah, I was gonna say, just go to jump.
Let's go. Incinerate. Let's go.
Love it.
Yeah, and getting out of a tight spot. Love it.
That was a very tight spot. Knowing where Crest was on energy was huge.
Yeah.
All right. That's going to be it for the video. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up. Typhlosion, pretty strong. And again, we didn't get to showcase much. Well, we did showcase against the Mandibuzz that the Thunder Punch does do a lot more damage this time around, or with these buffs. Didn't get to showcase any Azumarill in there, but yeah, definitely better in that matchup as well. If you haven't, definitely hit the subscribe button. Let me know what teams you're using in Open Great League for this new season, and if you get some of that Niantic lag for losses, definitely tell me that too. It sucks, but maybe it'll be cathartic to just type it out and let me know. We're sharing in the pain together. See you in the next video. Hey, thank you for watching the video, and if you want to continue to support me, definitely click that subscribe button. You'll see any content coming out, and if you want another video on this same league for some more tips and tricks to other teams, check that video out right there, and I'll see you in the next one.